Hello, FCC. My name is Bonnie Worthen, and I oversee our kids ministry. Our theme this week is God's heart for children, and today we're going to look at Mark 10:13 through 16. Now, the text reads, "People were bringing little children to Jesus, and they wanted him to place his hands on them and bless them. But the disciples told them to stop. And when Jesus saw this, he was angry. He said to the disciples, 'Let the little children come to me. Don't keep them away. God's kingdom belongs to people like them.' What I'm receiving is what he wants us to receive is like a little kid. Then he took the children in his arms, placed his hands on them, and blessed them." Now, we can also find this story both in Matthew and Luke. To me, that repetition means that it's important for us to stop and really process the example Jesus gave us. As we read this verse about Jesus blessing the little children, it sounds like the disciples thought Jesus was way too important to talk or to bless the children. The disciples thought they were doing the right thing and keeping the kids in their place. You've heard that saying, seen but not heard. This phrase applies to the situation because in Jesus' time, children were property. Among people groups, they were equal to a cow or a table. So the disciples were at all rights doing what they did. Now, Jesus does what he always does, and he turns things on their head. He shows us a different way to live. God's kingdom is first and foremost for the least powerful among us. Jesus prioritizes others who are discounted. He has been saying throughout his ministry that they are important. But the disciples seem to have missed this point. Remember that the disciples were probably continuing their thoughts of what children were like through the lens of the society and the time then. We need to be reminded again and again that God does not prioritize the powerful, the wealthy, or the important people. He says of children, "Let them come to me. The kingdom of God belongs to such as these." And so we have a clear mandate to make a place and prepare a future for our children in the community of the church. Children are highly valued in the eyes of God, and they should be highly valued to us. Kids are at the heart of the Generation Campaign, just as they are at the heart of Jesus. He cared deeply for children, and his heart for them should profoundly shape how we interact with them. We should imitate Jesus by saying, "Let the little children come to me," and prepare a future for them. Participating in the Generation Campaign shows a child that he or she has the value in our eyes as well as God. Thanks for joining me for this devotion. Have a great rest of your day.